Roman Reigns could wrestle both nights at WrestleMania 39. Major opponents leaked. Sasha Banks' move to NJPW leading to her AEW debut. WWE creative making plans for major return. Former WWE champion brutally injured but choosing to work through the pain. Update on John Cena's return for WrestleMania 39. Vince McMahon hated Sami Zayn. Let's jump right into it. Sasha Banks moved to NJPW leading to her AEW debut. Sasha Banks and Naomi haven't been seen on WWE programming ever since they walked out on a May episode of Raw earlier this year. WWE stated that the pair didn't like how they were treated, but various reports also stated that it was due to creative differences. Since then, the duo has not been seen in any wrestling ring, but it looks like that might change soon. Recent reports from PW Insider stated that Sasha might appear for an NJPW next month for their Wrestling Kingdom 17 event. The aforementioned event is a two-day affair, with the first one occurring on January 4, 2023 at the Tokyo Dome, while the second on January 21 at the Yokohama Arena. However, there's still no guarantee if Banks will wrestle at the event or not. Given that Sasha Banks might be inbound for New Japan Pro Wrestling, her eventual appearance for AEW might occur soon, since the two promotions have a previously established partnership. The likes of Will Ospreay, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and more have wrestled in the Jacksonville-based promotion already. With this in mind, it's highly possible that wrestling fans might also see the boss in All Elite Wrestling in the future. Although Naomi and Sasha have been absent from wrestling for months, they have been active in other fields. They attended multiple red carpet events, walked the runway during New York Fashion Week, and more. The former also made a major move by trademarking her name and even teased a match against Kairi Sane a few months ago. The Jacksonville-based promotion had one of its biggest debuts of the year in the women's division in September, courtesy of Sarah, who also wrestled her first match since 2017. From the looks of it, she might not be the only former WWE star in the women's locker room. According to Fightful Select, the AEW roster was enthusiastic upon hearing that the boss might join them and had high hopes that she could elevate the company's women's division. Another source stated that her presence might also help increase the overall viewership of the promotion. For now, reports have also stated that nothing has changed regarding Sasha Banks and the Stanford-based promotion's relationship. Whether or not the former Raw Women's Champion will return to wrestling, WWE or not, is something fans can only wait and see. Do you think we will see Sasha Banks wrestling anytime soon? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. WWE creative making plans for major return. With 2022 drawing to a close, fans are starting to fantasy book which absent WWE stars will make their comeback in 2023. One star who is reportedly on her way back is Charlotte Flair. The Queen has not been seen in the ring for over 6 months after she lost the SmackDown Women's Championship to Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania Backlash on May 8. Since then, the 36-year-old star has taken a huge step in her personal life as she and fellow pro wrestler Andrade El Idolo tied the knot this past summer. However, with WrestleMania season fast approaching, recent reports from the Wrestling Observer newsletter have come out indicating that Flair may soon be back in the ring. Like her father, Ric Flair, Charlotte has become one of the most successful stars in pro wrestling history, with 14 world title victories to her name as well as a Royal Rumble match win. Despite the fact that the second-generation star has won and achieved almost everything she can in the company, her father sees one major star as a huge hurdle for her. Speaking on his podcast, To Be the Man, the Nature Boy said he would like his daughter to challenge Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's title when she returns to WWE. When the Queen comes back, God, I'm pushing for, I would like it to be against Bianca Belair. There are some great matches for her, too, when she comes back. When you're great, like Randy, like the Queen, the opportunities are endless. There is always someone who wants to be you or thinks they can be you, and until they are, good luck trying. A match with Flair is something that Belair herself has heavily teased. Charlotte is the only member of WWE's 4 Horsewomen, along with Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch, that she is yet to defeat. How and when would you like Charlotte Flair to return to WWE? Let us know in the comments section below. Former WWE champion brutally injured but choosing to work through the pain. For WWE superstars, injuries and time away from the ring are expected to occur every once or so often. However, one star who is currently still performing with an injury is Sheamus. The SmackDown star is currently going through a career resurgence after stellar performances against the Bloodline, as well as a potential match of the year candidate against current Intercontinental Champion Gunther at Clash at the Castle this past September. With all this recent action, the Wrestling Observer newsletter recently reported that Sheamus is currently choosing to still perform despite being extremely banged up. Sheamus is set for a major match tonight as he and his Brawling Brutes teammate Butch will take on the Usos on SmackDown as they look to capture the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. With the recent string of great matches, many fans are wondering if the 44-year-old star is deserving of a world title shot against the tribal chief of WWE, Roman Reigns. Speaking on his Hall of Fame podcast, WWE legend Booker T stated how Sheamus may lack the star power for casual fans to watch him take on Roman. I do, but you gotta wonder how much interest would have been there for that match, with Roman being, kind of like on an island of his own right now. Not that Sheamus couldn't have stepped in there and that couldn't have been a great match. However, the Hall of Famer did go on to say how hardcore fans of wrestling would be excited to see the Celtic Warrior face off against the Tribal Chief. But I'm talking about interest from, the public eye, the universe, that they want to see that match. That's why I questioned it. Because Sheamus steps in there and gets the job done, yeah, I think so, but I don't know. Me personally, I wouldn't book those two together right now, he added. The Tribal Chief and Sheamus have only faced off one-on-one on 4 occasions, with Roman grabbing the most recent victory when they last faced off on Raw in 2018. What is your favorite Sheamus WWE moment? Let us know in the comments section below. Update on John Cena's return for WrestleMania 39. Despite working part-time now for WWE, John Cena remains a big attraction for fans and is sure to pop up every now and then to make odd appearances. While he has been quite regular in making his presence felt on the big stages, the 16-time world champion might not be present at WrestleMania next year. On a recent episode of The Wrestling Observer, a question was asked regarding Cena's potential presence at WrestleMania next year. It is likely that Cena might have to miss it since he will be filming Ricky Stanicky, his upcoming comedy film with Zac Efron in Australia, throughout February and March next year. These circumstances would make it extremely difficult for the leader of the Cenation to take time out to perform at Mania, which is set to take place on April 1st and 2, 2023. If Cena is to perform at the grandest stage of them all, he will have to be absent for the build-up till the show itself. However, this year's WrestleMania saw 2 major stars be absent from the build but present for their matches at the event, namely Cody Rhodes and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Hence, a WrestleMania appearance isn't completely out of the question for John Cena. Due to John Cena's commitment to Hollywood, the former WWE champion is now far removed from being a full-time wrestler for the company. His most recent appearance saw him return as a one-off on an episode of Raw on June 27th. The date marked John Cena's 20-year anniversary in WWE. Cena came out and thanked the fans for their support throughout his career and was even featured in some backstage segments. A feud with Austin Theory was heavily teased leading up to Cena's return, but nothing came of it. Cena is yet to return to WWE. His last televised in-ring appearance saw him take on Roman Reigns last year at WWE SummerSlam in the culmination of the Summer of Cena storyline. While the chances look bleak, it remains to be seen if Cena will be making his long-awaited return to WWE at WrestleMania. Nonetheless, whatever is the next step for Cena, he will have all eyes on him. Vince McMahon hated Sami Zayn, reports. Sami Zayn has become one of WWE's most popular superstars thanks to his work alongside Roman Reigns and the rest of the bloodline. However, as longtime WWE viewers know, the honorary use has not always appeared prominently on television. Back in 2017, the former Intercontinental Champion turned heel after struggling to reach the next level as a babyface character. Behind the scenes, he also had difficulties forming a relationship with then WWE Chairman Vince McMahon. During a 2018 appearance on Chris Jericho's Talk is Jericho podcast, Zayn told an amusing story about an awkward interaction he once had with McMahon. The moment occurred when he and Jericho wished their boss a happy birthday backstage, resulting in contrasting reactions. Chris sees Vince, and they go way back, Zayn said. He gives him a big hug and they're talking and they're laughing. Chris goes, "Hey, happy birthday." "Oh, thank you, thank you." I go, "Oh, yes, happy birthday." He grunts, just gives me the side eye like, "Yeah, alright," just so disinterested. Chris loved it, man. Zayn admitted that he should perhaps have done more to build a relationship with McMahon. At the time, he had only spoken to the 77-year-old on a small number of occasions. The conversation took place moments before Vince McMahon introduced Chris Jericho to his mother, Vicky. Jericho, who had known McMahon for almost 2 decades at that point, had fun watching Sami Zayn's uncomfortable exchange with his boss. "I was laughing so hard because he feels bad, right?" Jericho added, "Because he's standing right there. Hey, happy birthday, boss." "Oh, thanks." Then of course he is gonna say something. "Oh, happy birthday, Vince." Several years on, Zayn is now widely viewed as one of WWE's most entertaining characters. McMahon, meanwhile, retired in July amid several misconduct allegations. What do you want to see next from Sami Zayn? Let us know in the comments section below. Sad reports on Roman Reigns' return after injury at Survivor Series. Roman Reigns was last seen competing in the War Games match at Survivor Series. He reportedly suffered a ruptured eardrum during the match. However, he wasn't the only competitor to suffer that fate, as Drew McIntyre also suffered the same injury. Both men have not been cleared to compete as of now. While Drew McIntyre will likely return to in-ring action for the post-Christmas shows, fans will probably not be able to see the Tribal Chief compete this year. The Universal Champion has not been booked for any shows this year and is rumored to be competing at Royal Rumble in 2023 next. As per Dave Meltzer of The Wrestling Observer, Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre both suffered ruptured eardrums. The injuries are not severe, and the 2 men are expected to recover soon. He also stated that it is a short-term injury and that both men should be cleared soon. Both Reigns and McIntyre are out of action for right now due to suffering ruptured eardrums at Survivor Series. It's a short-term thing and both should be back soon. Reigns is not on any of the post-Christmas shows, not even MSG. McIntyre is expected back for those shows. It was reported earlier that Reigns suffered a ruptured eardrum due to a slap from Kevin Owens. Rumors indicated that the Universal Champion was not happy and was furious after the match. However, things died down later, and there was no major heat between him and Owens. Dave Meltzer also reported that Drew McIntyre also got injured during the same match. Despite the injury, he worked the Portland house show. McIntyre was hurt at Survivor Series but kept working on it through the 12/4 house show in Portland. But didn't realize he was hurt that bad until he was examined after that show. He posted being medically disqualified on 12/5, but he and WWE did not say what the exact injury was. It remains to be seen when Roman Reigns will finally return to WWE. There is a chance that if the company decides to go ahead with the Day 1 PLE, then it would be safe to assume that the Tribal Chief will be a part of it. Unfortunately, the chances of Reigns returning this year are very low. Roman Reigns could wrestle both nights at WrestleMania 39, Major Opponents Leaked. WWE has a deep roster of talents, but none of them can currently match Roman Reigns' star power in the company. The Tribal Chief is expected to walk into WrestleMania 39 as the undisputed champion and could wrestle on both nights, as revealed by Dave Meltzer. While there is still a long way to go until WrestleMania, WWE has begun discussing plans for its world titles, and one of the ideas is to have Reigns wrestle twice on the show. The next WrestleMania will also be a two-night event scheduled to happen on April 1st and 2nd, respectively, and WWE is tempted to have Roman Reigns pull off double duty in Inglewood, California. As expected, Cody Rhodes and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson have emerged as the two potential opponents for Roman. Fans might love to see the two dream matches at WrestleMania, but it was clarified that the final decision regarding the card would only be made in January. One of the things talked about internally in WWE is for Reigns to wrestle both nights at Mania, with the working ideas being Cody Rhodes and Dwayne Johnson. Nothing is definite, and actually today the best bet is that it won't take place like that. It's hard to argue against the fact that Roman Reigns has cemented his spot as one of the greatest world champions in pro wrestling history. There is no stopping the SmackDown superstar as he's now broken into the all-time top 4 longest combined WWE Championship reigns. Reigns is a 6-time world champion in the company and is part of an elite group of talents, including Bruno Sammartino, Bob Backlund, and a few other wrestling icons. The head of the table has not defended his championship since Crown Jewel, where he retained the belts in a closely contested match against Logan Paul. Reigns' next big title match should ideally happen at the Royal Rumble before he begins building towards his rumored WrestleMania matches. Would you like to see Roman wrestle on both nights at WrestleMania Hollywood in 2023? Sound off in the comments section below.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing